Okay, we are live on Facebook. So, hello friends. Good. I know you all were waiting for quite some time because we were quiet at our end as we were very busy with the expo work. There was a global vegan business expo that we organized, and it was a very big event, and that got over just about 10 days ago. But it was a 3 day event, but the event is still open till 25th of December for anyone who want to still, have a look at the recorded version of various talks. It was one of the very big vegan platform for so many different vegan speakers who came, so many doctors, animal activists, health coaches, nutritionists, also those who are doing vegan businesses, those who are doing restaurant or vegan cosmetics, they were all there. I don't know if you all attended or not, but today is an interactive informal session that I organized because since I wasn't there for almost a month, I just thought today I'd like to just say hello to all of you and also take some interactive exchange of ideas and every time it's like we talking and maybe you all write in the chat section, but we don't actually get to see many of you in the video form or even talk or so today I'd like to invite all of you to unmute yourself and come online and share with us your suggestions. We will take down all your suggestions, what all things you like, you don't like, what you are proposing for future, and what how Kitchen Doctor can grow and help everyone. So Divya and also Ruchika Shah and Sangeeta, welcome. And it'll be nice if you can come on video and unmute yourself so that we can interact because this is an it's kind of a interactive session. It's really about us because in essence I know that we all are also kitchen doctors in our own way, right? You all agree with me? Each of us also want to make our home like a temple and also our kitchen like a temple. And obviously, we want all our family members to be healthy. And whatever we cook into this kitchen temple, like a prasad, and then offer it to our own people, our own body as well, because body is like a temple. And if we decide to offer like prasad, it should nurture us and it should build our not just body, because the food is really not about just body. The subtle part of the food is emotions and the mind, the thoughts. So it also makes our emotions and our thoughts, and therefore we decide to be very careful about what food we choose, why we choose, and then we decide to nurture ourselves. So, friends, what do you say, Nandita? Do you have anything to say? And how about the others who are here to come on video?
Dr. Harsha, it's so great that Kitchen Doctor is back. I'm just waiting for other people to come online as well,
Hmm.
put on their videos and come online.
Sure. Because I have probably so many different ideas that, of course, I would like to, see it in future, but we'll see how it happens, one step at a time. We did it for a while and it went very well, but because of the bigger event that came in, that took a lot of our time and we got so involved. You can see Nandita is still having at the backdrop the Global Vegan Business Expo. It's still going on. Yes, of course, since it's on till 25th of December, Nandita, you're allowed to keep that. For me, I should probably use the kitchen doctor as my backdrop or something. What do you suggest? Haven't tried.
Message to everybody that the Global Vegan Expo is still on. We are accepting registrations
Mm-hmm.
and still look at the wonderful Srinagar recipes that we have
Hmm.
there.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, we see. We invite everybody here as to put on their videos and they can just have an impromptu video session here and share their feedback as Dr. Kumar saying.
Mm.
So, Sangeeta, Divya, and I had seen Ruchika earlier. Do come online and share your feedback.
That's right. We are here for some time and just interacting in general, introducing each other, and just networking basically, just for a short time, whatever time we have. And if anyone wants to share any experience of kitchen doctor learning, that also would be fantastic. I had extremely good response about the Arush episode. People were very suddenly, like, exposed to someone who's homeschooled, someone who's so original, unconditional, not fit into the box. And it was very interesting. So, of course, each time we are going to bring in people who are very unusual, people who have chosen a path which is out of the box. Thinking is out of the box, living is out of the box. People who dare to choose, a different path and decide to walk on or experiment, are not afraid. Basically, they're not fitting into the system. And I myself feel always very inspired by such people. And I've been always reading all these kind of books about people who, dare to think differently, dare to go against the tide, dare to have original thinking, and then start walking on the path. So welcome, Swati. We are just having an informal session. You're all welcome to unmute yourself, and you're also welcome to show your faces to us on the video. Unless if you all are very shy and you think that this session is going to be live on Facebook, and well, that's the reason why you all are
इसके
not
बाद
coming,
में
then I might just stop the Facebook live, because this is really about us interacting with each other, um, and networking, basically, the kitchen doctor. And I'm just touching the base since I've come after a gap of about 4 weeks or so. So that's what it is. Are you all kind of very busy cleaning your homes, preparing Diwali sweets? Do you all want to share? Because I know some of our women are very obsessed with trying to keep their homes very neat and clean and organized and sparkling. They'll really, take out so much of their energy. So even today only, I was thinking about it. I said that, of course, we do, right? Once in a year, do a very detailed cleaning of our homes. And then I put a question mark. What about our bodies, our emotions, our mind? Because even that needs cleaning. Do we pay equal amount of attention to clean our body, to do some kind of a detox, some kind of a rest, sometimes deeper cleaning? All of us clean our homes every single day, right, in some or other way. But when the Diwali time comes, we do much deeper cleaning. We scrub and we make everything shine, and every corner and every cupboard, we want to clean thoroughly. So the same goes for the body. And you want to clean every organ, your liver, your kidney, your spleen, your intestines, your skin, also your emotions. So I talk about is detoxing your own body. So this also is a time. Probably I think, Nandita, post Diwali would be a good time to do some detox diets and some detox programs, because I see loads of sweets, getting all fleshed, all kinds. Some are healthy, some are not so healthy. I don't think we even eat so much of it, but well, it's been there, flashing all the time. When we were young, Diwali time used to be really special. Some of the things we ate during Diwali, we never ate around the year. But these days, like I think we see things almost around the year. We eat also, and there's this that special part of Diwali is kind of a little lost because certain things were getting cooked only say in Navratri, certain things only in Diwali, some things only in Holi. Those customs, your traditions were pretty much there. Now they're kind of gradually going away. And I also see a lot of advertisements of the chocolates in the market. Suddenly, like the chocolates are becoming more interesting than those Diwali sweets that we used to, relish a lot more. Just today only, I was discussing with my mother-in-law, and we said that for 5 days of Diwali, there was a five different sweets and five different vegetables, and the entire menu is kind of really fixed. So we were laughing that now in these days people don't follow all that, but the traditions are there for a reason. They happened. They were our ancestors were living much in harmony with the five elements and the six seasons. Not three. We have six seasons as per Ayurveda, and so the food was also prepared as per exactly balancing those five elements during the season. If it is heat, then certain things you prepare. If it's the winter time, then you use lot more nuts and seeds and those kind of things. So just saying it, basically, I think we got to go back to our roots and dig out all these recipes, look why, and they're just not fancy recipes. They are something that have come out from our own traditions, from our own ancient knowledge, and probably also a lot more suitable to our genetic makeup, isn't it? And we have less to think about it in that case. So welcome Neha also. And Neha, you are also welcome to unmute yourself, or you want your video to be on, you can just to say hello. And if any of you have any suggestions, you're most welcome. Neha has attended almost all of my programs, I think. Am I right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yes, and I really love it, so I attend it. I'm very
So
very,
nice.
and I'm looking forward to be like purely vegan. So I'm trying my best to do it, but still, it is taking me lot of time. But yes, slowly, I am getting into this journey.
Yeah, that is fine. All of us are on a journey. It takes sometimes time. Then our traditional background, the family that we are surrounded by, the people we live with. We do not live alone, right? We live in
Right.
community. We live in our family.
Mm.
And if one person decides that I want to go vegan, it doesn't happen really because all the other eyeballs are looking at you. What do you mean? You explain them. Are you gone nuts? Are you sure? We've been doing this for um, 2000 years, having
Mm.
dairy products. So when one person decides to even try vegan is okay for 30 days. But when you actually want to go vegan, you have to answer to every one of them. Am I
Yeah.
right?
Yes, very true,
Yeah,
very true.
very true. So,
So
Yes.
same kind
With
of questions.
yeah.
Um, if you don't give milk, where will you get your calcium from? Or
Yes.
if you don't give ghee, then your joints will become weak.
I'm still hounded with these questions.
Right, Ami, absolutely right. So,
There are at least one or two people, they literally ask me these questions. Like, every month you meet someone new and these questions are there with you.
absolutely, absolutely. So, I mean, it really takes a lot of you. Neha, you watched so many of the interviews, right? During
Yeah.
the,
Yes.
they were very inspiring.
They were very inspiring, especially the thing where there was a forum where four or five speakers were coming together and they were talking about veganism, and that time I realized that how much depth it actually has. I never thought in that way, never ever. So it opened my mind, my eyes, in a very broad way. So yes, that is what really made me think about that. Maybe I would not say that I'll be like 100% vegan in this lifetime, because there's so many things attached to it. But yes, I am trying my best, and I am going to give my best to do maximum whatever I can.
Absolutely. Also, even if it inspires you to start thinking about where your food comes from,
Yeah.
where
Yes.
a bowl of ice cream, and what can be the story of that ice cream.
Ice cream, actually. Everything, actually.
Everything. You know how like we all go together to say mall, get into an ice cream parlor, and then all of us coolly choose some of the ice cream flavors, and we, like as a society, we are completely disconnected as to where that food comes from, where the milk comes from, where that ice cream gets made, who has sacrificed his or her life or his share.
There is
Yeah.
lot of things to be actually felt. And if we feel for others, definitely we would definitely do something for them.
Correct. So this kind of events that we organize are really for creating this kind of awareness, because somebody took trouble to tell me, and that's how I started thinking, and I changed. So I would like to do the same, is to create the awareness. At least then others can make informed choices. I know we live in India, we are milk-loving country, we consume it. And myself, I thought that it was quite extreme, to give up dairy products. But then one step at a time, we
Right.
just, decided, and then it just happened. And there was a lot of health benefits in it. So I fully, get it. And it's been almost more than now 13 years over, 14th year going on, and I'm following it, and that I have got loads of benefits. So that's how I want to inspire everyone. Is there anyone else who wants to share? You're most welcome. Neha, you are most welcome to ask us questions, or what others think of you at home, from this kind of talks that you get tuned to, and what kind of thoughts come to your mind. Just do share it with us. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah. So I just wanted to share one thing, that I'm really lucky that when I spoke to my husband about this, so he immediately said that let's try for a month. I will accompany you, and we both are together in this journey. Definitely, it is challenging in a way, because Diwali is just round the corner, 2 days, and every mithai in house till date, and still, I mean, now also it is being made with ghee. So it is going to be challenging. So I look at everything being made, but I have chosen not to have those mithais this time. So yes, I'm going to do it, and I'm really grateful that my husband is accompanying me. He's supporting me, that okay, let's do it for a month. So we've just taken a target of one month, and let's see how it goes. Maybe it will go further. Like we'll be determined, and we will go for veganism. Let's see how it goes.
Correct. And then we also had so many different speakers. There were people from the fitness industry, you saw, right? There were
Yeah.
athletes, there were
Yes.
doctors.
Yes. So they were really inspiring. Definitely, I tried making curd many a times, though it's been like so many times. I've just failed, and failed while making curd. Even after seeing the recipes, even following that, still I've not got a right texture and right kind of curd. Still, but I've not lost the hope. I
So
am going
two
to try.
things. So two things from you, Neha. Number one, for the time being, if you need to just have some curd, then you live in Pune, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
live in
So
Pune.
in Pune, yeah, in Pune there is a Chetrans. This brand soya curd is available quite easily.
Okay,
Chetran.
Chetran.
Plus, I
Okay,
think there are, yeah, some shops that are dedicated only to the vegan items. Just ask us, we'll look for it and we'll pass on the numbers to you. So there are
okay,
dedicated vegan shops that sells all these things. And secondly, like I myself, when went vegan more than 13 years ago, I was in the same situation. So in my kitchen, I kept experimenting and I didn't know how to make almond milk or coconut milk, or there was nobody to guide, there was no book, there was not much internet. So I kept experimenting in my kitchen, and making the curd also was not easy. I only made first, from that kacha mungfali initially, and it happened, but it was not so tasty.
mhm,
It wasn't interesting, but I kept going, kept going. I was only making that for the time being. And then after some time, I got this idea that how about adding some rice milk to it so that the peanut taste
ah,
becomes lesser. And rice is very neutral. So I made that. Then that worked. And so
okay,
it's been so many years that I keep making the same one. Plus, I also made almond and cashew yogurt also. I tried coconut yogurt also. I tried all these various combinations and it went on. Then I tried Srikhand and I tried
wow,
curry and but I was very like, no, I am going to do it. So I kept doing it. So whoever came home, I would just give them, मेरा कड़ी भी taste करो, मेरा करो आप. And they say, अरे नहीं पता नहीं चलता है. Then I said, मेरा रायता खाओ, मेरा रायता खा के देखो. Then I'll say, okay, मेरा दही वड़ा आप खा के देखो. अब मेरी छाछ पी के दी. And that turned out to be really good. So it was really a lot of struggle and we made it perfect. But for you, like things are much better. At the expo, also you saw there were many dairy alternatives and other exhibitors. They are still there listed.
okay,
You can probably go and see quite a few companies who have very good products. They're available also on internet. You can order them one time sample. Otherwise, as I said, Chetran is available. We in India, dairy is the thing. Dairy alternatives are the biggest one we need. But once you get used to it, you will, even घर के लोग, they'll all like it. They'll all get used to. You give them dahi vada, don't tell them anything, they'll eat, they will not know anything.
true.
Some of the dahi is so good. Mind it, provided you make equally tasty food. So plus it's very kind on our body because all these foods, we don't put on weight and it's
Right.
really nice.
Yes. Thank you so much. And yes, I'm looking forward to follow it.
Yes, yes, you're most welcome anytime questions. I mean, I love your dedication. I only met you once. I don't remember more than that.
Yeah, we met once, but I took my son took medicine from you for almost a year. And after that, and that time also you told me that you completely leave the dairy products. But yes, that time it was not possible. But yes, for my son, I had actually stopped it for a year. So he got cured, but then too, it never struck me the way it struck me when I attended this vegan global workshop, the expo, and it really made me understand what it is and how deep it is actually. The when you understand the depth of anything which has been told by everyone, you when you get the answers for your whys, I think that then you really follow it from your heart. So this is what really happened when I attended it and when I listened to so many speakers, and it was really nice. Thank you so much. Really grateful to you. I mean, in my gratitude, I always thank you every day for such an inspiration. Thank you.
Cool. Great to
Well, thanks. Really, we feel it's worth it even if one person changes or one person decides to go vegan. But fortunately, we've received so many fantastic testimonials, and people are still tuning in. They're still listening to the talks again. Actually, even I am listening some of the talks because I didn't have enough time to catch up with everyone. So I am listening and paying attention. There's so much of content out there, and of course, all of this will be also gradually available on our website and wherever. But that is the purpose, that this is not from planet Vegas or something. We are just here regular people, mainstream people. We are just from all walks of life, educated, making informed choices, just paying a little extra attention to every aspects of life.
Yes.
Just because a glass of milk comes on our table doesn't mean it's healthy. I just tell people, ask questions to that glass.
So true.
I think we have a question in the audience, and I think
All right. Anyone else? Otherwise, someone has put a
the
there's
question.
a question from Swati.
Yeah, and we only have 10 minutes. That doctor, is soya okay for health? This is with reference to soya product tetrans.
Correct. So I don't recommend packaged foods or foods that are coming into some boxes with expiry date or something. I usually like people to make these things at home. I myself hardly have any packaged food. Hardly. I mean, if I have a packet of something, it's going to be lying in my kitchen maybe for a year also. So I don't. However, I do make all these things at home, including soya milk, tofu, curd, everything. I make it at home also if I want to eat. But I am not a big consumer of soya myself, but soya is just a bin. And I do not see anything wrong if you choose to have any of the soya products. Each person is different. Some people cannot digest, I understand, but that's okay. Those who can digest, it's a very rich source of protein and you can have it. And those who are athletes, those who need higher protein, they definitely have it. And so I would say that Chetran or whichever company, these are, you can use it as transition foods, because initially you want to eat the same thing, same curry, same dahi vada, same buttermilk. So you just buy something from the market and replace it, so that it helps you in the transition process, so that you can go vegan. And after sometimes you will see that your body doesn't crave for anything, doesn't ask for any of these foods, the foods don't call you. You just transcend all those addictions and dependency, and then you choose what your body tells you. I call it as intuitive eating. You learn to eat intuitively, you learn to cook intuitively, you basically learn to live your life intuitively. This is what I suggest. So soya is, yes, there is no hard and fast rule that it is bad or good for one person or something like that. Each one has to find out for himself whether soya suits me or not, and you can have it. If you can digest, do have it. There are soya chunks available in the market, you can have that as well. So that, I hope that answers your question, Swati. But if there are any other questions, you're most welcome. If you are happy to come on camera, you're most welcome, and I'll be happy to answer. Anyone else who wants to come online, come share something? We are here for a few minutes. It's just kind of informal. Another 5 minutes, we are here.
Maybe you can also share.
Sonita?
Oh, great. Yeah, Swati is here.
Yeah, hello, doctor. Can you hear me?
Yes, of course.
Okay, okay. So it's
Very
always a
happy to see
pleasure.
you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure interacting with you. I had taken a consultation from you a few years back, and it was an amazing session because you went beyond four corners of medicine and gave a very holistic, sharing. So I've been mostly vegan, 99%. It's just that sometimes when I go out to eat, I ask as much as I can, but somehow I don't know, within my family they just feel that 1 teaspoon of ghee, not for anything else, they don't force me for anything, but I stay by myself. So whenever I meet my parents, they're like, you should have ghee, it's very good for your joint. So what is this whole food plant based approach where basically oils are kind of in the whole form they should be had, is a recommendation as compared to forget ghee, but oils also? Is it okay to at least have oils in a bit of moderation for general health and well-being?
So, when we say whole food plant-based diet, there we do not take foods which are even semi-processed. So, if you want to have a groundnut oil, you are going to remove the fiber from the groundnut and then take the oil out. So that becomes a processed food. So, in a whole food plant-based diet, we have everything from the plants and almost not processed. So I understand that's not exactly possible for every household. Then I tell them that at least go plant based to start with. Gradually, you can move towards reducing your consumption of oil, particularly if you have to have some oil, then at least have cold press oil. Well, oil which is freshly, extracted, and use just a teaspoon for some tadka or something, or some of the items where you just want to add a little bit of that on the top, like salad dressings or something. It's okay once in a while, because in the salad there'll be lots of fiber, and if you put a teaspoon of oil just to make it more I say juicy, then that is fine. So I am kind of a middle path, not exactly 100% oil free or something. Sometimes if you need to use it like that. Sometimes you want to use something to sweeten up, then I say, all right, you have some jaggery, dates are the best, raisins are the best, but once in a while if you want to have some jaggery, it is okay. You balance up. We are creative in our own kitchen, in our own life. The food is part of our culture. As much as possible, we try to be whole food, but sometimes if we use a little bit of food which is like this, in this form, more natural, organic, then you can digest it and it should be okay. About the ghee part, I mean, it's so deeply ingrained in our Indian psychology that ghee to khana hi hai. But ghee is a very saturated product. It's a highly processed product. It comes from an animal where not even directly we have to process it quite a lot, and then finally we get the fat out of it. And it's the one which is directly responsible also for several, like we say, bad lipid profile and all those also. So we recommend not. Plus, when people keep telling me that joints ke liye acha hai, so I tell them that ghee is a very Indian concept. Ghee word is only heard in India. The rest of the billions of people on the globe have never heard the word ghee and have no concept that ghee is good for their joint, and yet their joints are good. So I think it's only our Indian subcontinent where we are a bit obsessed with ghee. So because of also the Ayurveda that used to always recommend deshi gai ka ghee and all, but now that we can do away with that concept, and you can use coconut oil or coconut whole. We make it
Cold
like with
pressed.
fiber, like a butter or ghee,
Okay.
cold press coconut. So that is a replacement, and also has what we call it as, according to the five elements, similar nature as ghee. So
Okay.
it would
Doctor,
be
one.
lubrication, very healthy as well.
Okay.
Yes, Swati.
Yeah, just one last question from me because I was a little conscious of time. Sorry. Just wanted to know, are you generally okay along with the vegan diet if people practice intermittent fasting wherein they restrict the food intake for, like, I am on the last one week,
Yes,
I eat
yes.
only 1 hour a day, but I eat a complete meal with nuts, lots of fiber and fruits. So, it's not a compromise on nutrition, but a compressed 1 hour eating window. So, is that generally considered healthy? Is that okay to fast for longer durations for health reasons?
You have to fast from time to time to give rest to your system. Fasting is resting. Fasting doesn't mean you do lots of activity and you force yourself to fast. Fasting is always resting. I've got a video on internet about fasting guidance that gives a very good idea about how the fast should be done.
Just have about 30 seconds now.
Yeah, we are getting over for this meeting.
Sure, sure.
But
Thank you so much, Doctor.
yeah, thanks. Nandita, I thought it was a paid account. I don't know what happened.
It says here upgrade pro, so we lost it.
Oh, but it gets renewed every year. Okay, I don't know. I'll just check it up what has happened to it. Anyway, thanks everyone. I got to go. Looks like we're going to get disconnected in less than a minute.
Yeah. Let's wish everybody a happy Diwali and a very happy New Year.
Yeah, a very happy Diwali. And I'll inform you when I'm going to be back again on Kitchen Doctor.